Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope. This one is for Monday the 22nd of January going through until Sunday the 28th of January 2024. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go through each day of the week to see how the planets interact and what energy they create amongst themselves. The point of these horoscopes is to try and get a sense of what that energy is so you can make the most of opportunities and positive things that come your way, and that you become aware of some of the potential challenges and how you can either avoid those or sidestep them or work through them. Once I've gone through each day of the week, I'm going to go through each sign of the zodiac from Aries to Pisces to give you an idea of what area of your life this is most likely to show up in. Okay, so what I noticed when I was writing this horoscope is that there's something really magical and ethereal about it, especially the first 3 days of the week. By the way, we have this big event happening on the 20th/21st of January. We have Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, going into Aquarius and exiting Capricorn. It's been in Capricorn since 2008, and now it starts this Aquarius journey in earnest. So if you'd like more information on that, please have a look at the video I did on Pluto entering Aquarius. It's really a big deal. It's the beginning of a whole new era. So the first 3 days here, I think you're really kind of getting comfortable in that new energy and you're settling in and you're downloading good ideas. And that's where this ethereal, magical kind of sense comes from, that you're being instructed in a way and you're settling into your new digs, so to speak. So the energetic environment becomes more familiar. And then later on in the week, it's really about taking action. So overall, this week is a really positive one. The interactions the planets form with each other aren't that complicated until the weekend. That's very different, but it's really about receiving downloads and then taking action based on those downloads, those very personal messages that you get. Okay, so starting with Monday the 22nd of January, we have the moon in Gemini, which is very articulate and communicative. It opposes Venus in Sagittarius, so there's a sense of I want to experience new things, I want to go on adventures, I want to learn, I want to express myself. And it also squares Neptune and Pisces. So Monday the 22nd is kind of an emotional start. You may not be sure whether you're coming or going, or whether you want to sit and study, or whether you want to go out and do things. So it's a little bit of a back and forth here on Monday. The moon then goes into Cancer at 10:51 in the evening, and the moon is the way you feel. It's very happy in Cancer because the moon actually rules that sign. And it's very much about getting in touch with the kind of archetypal energy of the mother. How can I take care of myself? How can I express my love for those in my life? And how can I bring us all together? That's interesting with all the Gemini moon energy that we had earlier on Monday. It's a big shift. So you become a little bit more settled as the day progresses and as the moon goes into Cancer. The Cancer moon then quincunxes Pluto and the sun. They're both in Aquarius. So that's interesting because this is really about self-care, and I want to settle into this new energy and all this new information that's coming through, these plans that I have for the future, which may be very unfamiliar. So Monday, you may feel somewhat restless, but overall it's a good idea not to overwhelm yourself and to do things that help you align emotionally. And it's simply sometimes making the decision that I'm going to honor my inner voice. I'm going to listen to what it works for me, what my gut is telling me. And I think if you just make time and space for that, it should be less unsettling and more kind of invigorating, and you can kind of feel your mind being pried open almost. So it may not be the most comfortable process, but it's about you now kind of getting started and seeing how you land and how you're going to progress and make inroads on your personal journey. So on Monday the 22nd, you may feel restless and be easily distracted when it comes to practical circumstances. Instead, you're very focused on connecting on an emotional level with this whole new era that's starting. So what's also a good idea on Monday is meditation, journaling, kind of making a list of the things that you're considering, the things that need to be done, the things that are going on right now. It's about getting a sense of, this is where I am, I'm getting my bearings here, how am I going to move forward? Tuesday, the 23rd of January, we have the Cancer moon now opposing Mercury and Mars in Capricorn. That's interesting because Mercury, the communication planet in Capricorn, likes to be practical. Mars, ambition and drive in Capricorn, is like someone who goes to the gym. They want to do things which are going to make them feel stronger and more productive again. And the Cancer moon is very sensitive and intuitive and interested in healing. So the opposition of this again is that sense of, do I go out in the world and make things happen, or do I hold back and listen to my own intuition? Do I practice good self-care? And when it's back and forth like this, it can often feel very unsettling, but at the same time, that's where the magic comes in, and that's where these new ideas will become apparent to you in this process of getting comfortable again. The Cancer moon then also squares Chiron in Aries, so this is about me, my journey, what can I do to help myself, so that eases some of the pressure. And then it also trines Saturn in Pisces, and it sextiles Jupiter in Taurus, which is confusing in the sense that, okay, I know on some level I'm supposed to relax and take care of myself, but on the other hand, if I already have things that I want to action, there's really the potential for good things to occur. So I feel that at the beginning of the week, if you can multitask and if you can kind of approach these days as in, I am going to be busy, but I'm going to split this up into manageable chunks so that I'm not missing any opportunity, I'm getting a lot done, but I'm also kind of scheduling time in to relax and to practice good self-care. Also on Tuesday, there is going to be a lot of emotion floating around because we have all these oppositions of Capricorn and Cancer. It's like, do I work or do I feel? And the in-between space is where there can be some conflict or heightened emotion. The lucky planet Jupiter does inflate your sense of productivity, your understanding of your own life mission, and your spiritual awareness. So you can multitask, and it is kind of a good idea to try and do as much as possible on Monday, Tuesday. The universe is asking you to download new ideas at the beginning of the week and to let those settle in for a little bit. On Wednesday, the 24th of January, we've got a very simple, straightforward day. We have the moon in Cancer. So I'm creative, I like music, I like taking care of other people, I like to connect, I like to love. It trines Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is the water planet of dreams and intuition, and it's in the sign that it rules, so it's very happy there. So we've got loads of water, and this is really a imaginative kind of holiday. It also sextiles Uranus and Taurus, so this is interesting because it's kind of like in the middle of the week here, we've got this complete time out. We've got this quiet zone that's saying, hey, listen, take a little bit of time for yourself, but more time for yourself than time spent doing other things, and really meditate and reflect on what you want to create in this year. What are your own personal hopes and dreams, your desires, the things that you want to build in future. You're really being invited to have a conversation with your inner child, with your higher self, with your intuitive self. So Wednesday is a great day for a bit of a personal retreat, playing music, swimming, dancing, whatever makes you feel connected. Make sure you do give yourself time to do this, because really January has been a month that's been very much about fire and getting things going and hitting the ground running. And here it's really a respite that allows you again to get your bearings and to say, I am recharging my batteries, I'm taking care of myself, I'm paying attention to myself while I'm getting all of these things done. It's kind of like saying thank you to you for doing all of these amazing new things. If you want to connect this with a tarot card, I would say the High Priestess. Someone who's really operating on two levels, who's connected to the physical world, but also the spiritual world. So if you do receive any insights again on Wednesday, not again, but for the first time, those insights and those ideas that occur to you through this process of self-care and contemplation, those are going to look very different, and they will cause a lot more change and movement in your life rather than taking care of short-term considerations. So what I'm saying is you're able to dream big, and later on when you implement those ideas, they really are going to change the fabric of your life. On Thursday, the 25th of January, we've got the moon going into Leo at 8:37 in the morning. The Leo moon then opposes Pluto in the sun in Aquarius. So the moon going into Leo is much more about enjoying life, using your energy to connect with other people from a position of I'm entertaining you or I'm the performer here. So the opposition of that with Pluto, change, and the sun, your identity in Aquarius, it's fire and air. The two kind of strengthen each other. So you're going to feel very confident about approaching new things, saying how can I implement and present my ideas. It then also squares Jupiter in Taurus, and it quincunxes Venus in Capricorn and Saturn in Pisces. So spiritually, you're very certain about this is what's right and this is what I want to be doing. Jupiter in Taurus again says any actions that you do take around this time are likely to succeed. Venus in Capricorn also wants you to take practical action. So it's interesting that this day we've got the antithesis to the day before. So Wednesday was about a silent retreat for yourself. Thursday is now taking everything that you know to be good and right and true and that you're excited about and actioning it and making it happen for yourself. Mars in Capricorn squares Chiron in Aries, so it feels urgent, as in I need to show up for myself here and what I want to build, and I want to get going with that straight away. So it's no longer time to download, it's now to jump into action. So when it comes to getting those kind of things in place or making progress, areas of business and matters of the heart particularly are going to be positively influenced by any of your energy and focus being placed there. And also look out for a situation that kind of presents a lot of work. So a new idea or a change, or your partner suggests something, and it would require a lot of upheaval and a lot of paperwork and weeks and even months of effort and change. Those are likely to be good ideas. So listen out for those and don't immediately dismiss them because they seem like a lot of work. Friday, the 26th, and we've also got a full moon this week. I'm going to make a separate video on the full moon and I'll go into more details. So I'll link that in the description. But here on Friday, the 26th of January, Mercury is in Capricorn and it squares Chiron in Aries. So entering the weekend or the last day of the working week here, I want to be productive. I want to get things done. The Leo moon squares Uranus in Taurus, trines Chiron in Aries, and it quincunxes Mercury in Capricorn and Mars in Capricorn. So this is like, I want to get things done because it's fun and it's exciting and I've got extra energy to use. So there's a real sense of kind of being upbeat and happy and motivated while you're getting things done on Friday. We also have the sun in Aquarius forming a square with Jupiter in Taurus. So my ideas, things that are occurring to me or have occurred to me specifically in the first 3 days of the week, I now want to again take action on those. It's likely that you have a positive outcome as a result. So Friday, you're fully in work mode now. And at the end of the week, you can action a lot of new plans and move forward in whatever it is you're planning to do, or what you're working on right now, or what the actual work is that you get paid for. On Saturday, the 27th of January, we've got Uranus going direct until the 1st of September this year. That's really positive because Uranus is the planet of the miraculous and the unexpected and the chaotic. And when it goes direct, it means that our environment and our circumstances are more susceptible to change. And if you have a desire to implement some sort of an idea, it's perfect for Uranus to be direct rather than retrograde. When it's retrograde, it's more about inner change. But now it's about, again, action and making things look different or be different as a result of your focus and your ideas being implemented. And also, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So with Pluto going into Aquarius, it's really this new era of humanitarianism and teaching and innovation in science. Have a look at the separate video I made on Pluto and Aquarius for more info. But with Uranus going direct, it speeds up that process of I'm here to think and to create something new. That gets even stronger and the world becomes more receptive to it, if that makes sense. The sun in Aquarius also squares Jupiter in Taurus. So this has come up again and again and again. Listen to your own ideas that occurred to you at the beginning of the week. Do something with them later on in the week and get this good outcome that you're looking for. The Leo moon quincunxes Neptune in Pisces. So that's about romance and passion and love. That's something more personal. Mercury in Capricorn conjuncts Mars in Capricorn, so still in productive mode. The moon then goes into Virgo at 8:11 in the evening on Saturday. The Virgo moon is about analysis and making sense of things and looking at the details to understand. The Virgo moon then opposes Saturn in Pisces, so spiritual understanding. It trines Venus in Capricorn and it quincunxes Pluto in Aquarius. So I love to work on my new ideas. I love to make things happen for myself. Venus in Capricorn sextiles Saturn in Pisces. So there's a sense of spiritually I'm loved and supported. Other people are receptive to whatever it is I'm doing. I can work with other people. There's a sense of everything is working for the best. And I assume and I approach every situation with this feeling of, I know this is going to work out well. So you're super positive here on the weekend. And that then opens things up for new relationships, whether that's personal or business related or friendship, whatever it may be. It's positive for that, to let new people in and to meet new people. It's also good for love and romance. So on Saturday, with all of this earthy energy still being there, there's a lot of opportunity still for change and growth and to make progress. You are really in earth mode. So asking yourself, how can I apply or impress my desires on my current reality in order to change it? So where can I lean into to grow it and to make it more important? How can I change up my routine and have it be a routine that's more joyous to me personally and feels more loving and consistent in a practical way? Venus in Capricorn, sextile. Yeah, I've mentioned that. Okay, so it's not so much about manifestation, it's more about action. It's about, I know what I want, I know what I love, and how can I apply it to certain things to improve them or to change them, rather than sitting back and saying, what is important to me? I think you're very much on top of that, and particularly Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there's the potential for the universe to provide you almost on a silver platter. These are your hopes and dreams. This is a good idea to focus on or to lean into, and that's what you can do later on in the week, and particularly here on the weekend. Sunday is also kind of complicated. We have the Virgo moon opposing Saturn in Pisces. So do I focus? And again, it's that back and forth kind of feeling that's been there all week. Do I stay or do I go? Do I listen or do I act? And here we've got the Virgo moon, which says I want to make sense of things and be practical. It opposes Saturn in Pisces. So the spiritual stuff I'm not so patient with. But I feel that that's a good idea to be patient with that. It also trines Venus in Capricorn and Jupiter in Taurus, and quincunxes the Sun in Aquarius and Chiron in Aries. Okay, I'm just thinking if I have to move. No, I'll stay here. 1 second, excuse me. It's a bit better. It'll move in a second anyway. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so the Virgo moon with the Saturn opposition, I mentioned that. Venus in Capricorn, Jupiter in Taurus, and the Sun in Aquarius. Okay, so any ideas that you want to action, plan those out now for the week afterwards, moving into February, and say, what is it that I want to work towards? This is a good day to get things planned out and structured and put in the calendar on your to-do list. Venus in Capricorn then trines Jupiter in Taurus and sextile Saturn in Pisces. Things that feel spiritually good and true and like a no-brainer, pay attention to those. And that's always a nice kind of additional sense to have. If I naturally feel this is going to work out, then usually it does. Mercury in Capricorn trines Uranus and Taurus. So try and stay away from making the changes immediately, but plan them out and give yourself time to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go through each sign of the zodiac now, Aries through to Pisces. And my horoscopes are for the sun sign first, so sun in Aries, for instance, then rising sign, then moon sign. So this is for your sun signs. So Aries, this week, focus on your hopes and dreams for the future on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and really start taking action around those things for the rest of the week. And for you, again, it's very literal, particularly in the areas of work and income, not so much matters of the heart, But really, what do I want to build in my working life? Focus on that, you'll get a really good outcome. Taurus, download info for what needs to be done in future to make progress, to grow and expand. Yours is very much about research and acquiring info. Gemini, pick up the phone to schedule job interviews, presentations or applications. For you, it's about using your voice to open doors. Cancer, how can you link up with other businesses or companies to work together to realize joint plans and hopes for the future? Leo, nurture your business relationships and expect great things in your existing job this week. Expect some good news there. Virgo, you have a lot of passion to pour into something or someone you love. So whatever the passion is, make sure you engage with it, you're open to grow, you'll learn from each other, and it's an opportunity to build something even more solid when it comes to the area of what do I love, what am I passionate about. Libra, expect good news on any legal or contractual issues. That area of your life is really supported this week. Anything that has kind of legalese or red tape involved, so inheritances, what's that called? When something goes into probate, it takes a while to settle. So for you guys, Libra, if you have anything like that on the horizon, this is a good week for it. Scorpio, if you need to generate interest in a topic, or if you want to effect change through communication, this week is ideal to make some noise and to get some eyes on your project. Sagittarius, this is a question for you this week. What do you already do every day that you could turn into a business? You really have an opportunity to increase your income here this week on your own. Capricorn, for you guys, the shift of Pluto into Aquarius and exiting Capricorn is a really good thing. Check out that video. And Capricorn this week, enjoy a new sense of ease and joy and work on whatever makes you feel happiest and get used to this new sense of normal. Aquarius, make the most of your ability to connect, to download new information, and to enjoy the people around you. So you're really about the exchange of ideas and receiving more than it is about putting things out there. It's more about connecting with people you care about. And then finally, Pisces, take a lot of notes on messages you get around your life purpose this week, and plan those steps as to how you can implement that and make that real. And also take notes on how you're going to make things happen in the way that you want. You're really someone who's going to get a lot of concrete information this week, and you can action that and use it to create these things in earnest in your everyday experience. Okay, so as you can see, it's a really productive and positive week where kind of new ideas are taking root and they're starting to grow. And then the rest of the week, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is really about, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make these new ideas and these new potential opportunities in my life. I'm going to see how they grow, and I'm going to be part of that process, and I'm going to enjoy it. So it's very kind of can-do, productive. So I hope it gives you an idea of what you'll be working with this week. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. In my personal readings, I use astrology, the tarot, numerology, and my intuition. To draw up your astrology chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then please order a chart rectification with me. That's a process where you send me 10 or more life events and I actually work out your time of birth. Once I have that, it's a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born. And if you have any questions around your career, life purpose, income, relationships, what's coming up in future, best locations to live, I can answer all of those via a personal reading. So if you're interested in that, please do get in touch via the website. Have a wonderful week. Check out some of my other videos on the full moon that's coming up, on the video of Pluto going into Aquarius, the monthly horoscopes for each sign of the zodiac. I combined those into one video for February. So have a look at that and let me know what you think. But have a great week, and I'll speak to you next week. All the best. Take care.